Let's see what we are going to study in mechanic diesel. Introduction to hydraulics and pneumatics, definition of Pascal law, pressure, force, viscosity. Description, symbols and application in automobile of gear pump, internal and external, single acting, double acting and double ended cylinder. Directional control valves, 2 by 2, 3 by 2, 4 by 2, 4 by 3 way valve. Pressure relief valve, non-return valve. Flow control, valve used in automobile. Pneumatic systems. In a pneumatic system, energy in the form of compressed air is transmitted to an actuator where work is to be done. The basic elements of the system are power, source, control valves, and actuators as shown in figure. Hydraulic systems. In a hydraulic system, energy in the form of pressurized liquid, oil, is transmitted to an actuator where work is to be done. The basic elements of the system are power source, control valves, and actuators as shown in figure. Definition of Pascal law: pressure, force, viscosity. Pascal's law is the central law for development of a number of machines such as hydraulic brakes, hydraulic jacks, etc. Hydraulic pressure. Pressure is the result of the resistance offered to compression when an incompressible oil medium is squeezed by the application of a force. Pressure can therefore be defined as the force acting per unit area, that is, P is equal to F by A. Hydraulic force. When a pressure P is applied onto the area A of a cylinder piston, a force F is developed. The amount of force developed is equal to the area times the applied pressure. That is, F is equal to P into A. Viscosity. It is a measure of liquid's resistance to flow. Thicker oil has more resistance to flow and possesses a higher viscosity. Viscosity is affected by temperature. Oil viscosity decreases, the temperature of oil increases. External gear pump. When the gear rotates in the housing, the diverging teeth creates an expanding volume at the inlet side of the pump. This creates a partial vacuum at the inlet chamber of the pump, which draws oil into the chamber from the system reservoir. Figure A. The oil then travels around the periphery of the rotating gears as two streams. Figure B. Since the pump has a positive internal seal against leakage, the oil is positively ejected out of its delivery port. Figure B. Internal gear pump. The rotation of gears causes the teeth to unmesh near the inlet port, and consequently a partial vacuum is created at the inlet chamber of the pump, which draws oil into the chamber from the system reservoir. Figure A. Oil trapped between the inner and outer gear teeth on both sides of the spacer is carried from the inlet port to the delivery port as the gears rotate. Figure B and C. Since the pump has a positive internal seal against any leakage, the oil is positively ejected out of the delivery port. Single acting hydraulic cylinders. A single acting hydraulic cylinder is designed to exert force hydraulically in one direction, either on its extension stroke or on its retraction stroke. Double acting hydraulic cylinders. A double acting hydraulic cylinder can perform work in both directions of its motion, and hence the name double acting cylinder. Double rod end hydraulic cylinders. A double rod end hydraulic cylinders pistons rods extending out of the cylinder at both ends as shown in the figure. 2 by 2 way directional control hydraulic valve. A simplified sketches of a 2 by 2 DC valve are shown in figure. The valve consists of housing with a sliding spool compression. 3 by 2 way directional control DC hydraulic valve. It has 3 ports and 2 switching positions. The cross-sectional views of a spool type 3 by 2 DC valve in its normal position as well as actuated position are shown in figure 5. 4 by 2 way directional control hydraulic valve. This has 4 ports and 2 switching positions. Simplified cross-sectional views of a manually actuated 4 by 2 DC valve with spool design in its normal and actuated positions are shown in figure. Pressure relief valve. It is used in a hydraulic system to limit the maximum working pressure of the system to a safe value in order to protect operating personnel against injury and system components against any damage. Non-return hydraulic valve. It is simplest type of directional control valve used in a hydraulic circuit. The valve preferentially permits flow through it in one direction and blocks the flow in the reverse direction. Flow control throttle valve. It is a device with a restriction that offers a resistance to the system oil flowing through it. The throttle valve regulates the flow of the system oil. Thank you for learning with us.